Welcome to the Learning Lab class, Digital Privacy Basics. My name is Melissa, and I'm one of the Adult and Teen Services librarians at the Arcadia Public Library. We're going to be discussing the topic of digital privacy and address how you can protect yourself and your privacy online. In this video, we're going to be discussing how to create strong passwords and the use of two-factor authentication. So let's get started. Almost every service and platform we use online requires an account nowadays, and admittedly, that's a ton of online accounts with passwords to keep straight. Lots of people reuse passwords for multiple accounts for a number of reasons, but if you take away anything from this video, please let it be not to do this. The obvious reason is that if a password is compromised on one site that you use on another, often with your same email address or username, then someone can access that additional account. Password best practices are that passwords and passphrases should be long, have uppercase and lowercase letters, numbers, and symbols. Passwords should not contain any personally identifying information about you, like a pet or child's name, your birthday, and more. This information is discoverable about you and makes your password less secure. A compromised account doesn't need to be your online banking password for this to cause a headache and make your data insecure. So the best practice for passwords is to have a unique, strong password or passphrase for each online account. What is a passphrase? A passphrase is a longer password for added security. Often passphrases are a combination of 6 randomly chosen words. This helps both you keep your account secure, but it's often also easy to remember. The Electronic Frontier Foundation, in their Surveillance Self-Defense portal, has additional information about creating passphrases and even has helpful word lists to help you create truly random passphrases, since it's often very difficult for people to make truly random passphrases on their own. It used to be common security practice to regularly update or change your password. However, it's now common practice to keep your strong, unique password or passphrase and only change it if you think that password or passphrase has been compromised, breached, or stolen. If you ever think that your password or passphrase is compromised, change it immediately. Now, as I mentioned earlier, most people have a lot of online accounts and many passwords. There are a few ways to keep track of all of these passwords. First, you can go analog and write your passwords down and keep them safely on your person, like in your wallet or purse. This used to be frowned upon, but if your wallet or purse is stolen, at least you'll know that you need to update your passwords. You do not want to keep your passwords in an online document or in a notes app on your phone, as these are not private, secure places. The other option you have to keep track of your passwords is to get a password manager. A password manager is a tool that keeps track of all of your passwords and logs you into all the different sites and services using one master password that you enter. There are many password managers out there, such as KeePass XC or LastPass. Please remember that password managers present a single point of vulnerability and won't be the best fit for everyone. Additional information about managing passwords is available in the handout on the Learning Lab LibGuide, which is linked in the description below. A quick note about security questions. Often, the true answers to security questions is information that is easily discoverable about you, like your mother's maiden name or where you were born. Only in very rare cases do you ever need to provide truthful information when creating an online account. So consider using a password manager to keep track of fictional answers to security questions. Fictional answers to security questions have the added layer of security in that only you know the answer, as opposed to discoverable answers about you that can be found or determined elsewhere. And then finally, there's two-factor or multi-factor authentication. This is also sometimes called 2FA or two-step verification. This is the process when, after entering your password for a site or service, it generates a one-time code that is sent to your device, app, or phone that you enter to complete signing into your account. There are still ways for people to gain access to these codes, so it's not entirely vulnerability proof, but it often adds an additional layer of security. In this video, we went over creating strong passwords and the use of two-factor authentication. Join us for our next video where we'll be discussing behaviors that can protect your privacy when using the internet. Feel free to reach out to library staff if you have any additional questions.